Amen.
Amen. Open your doors. The radiation say wama any day actually ni na ida so ete from asundrem. The program is more painful the anymore asset say and there's more your point saying the anymore and me check bibi kakra. And then and then the may say minimum ebe channel. You need diagnostic testing. Okay. And the case of diagnostic testing na idea na person yetire. And idea bi a yede doctor for idea enhwehwemu ehu say bi a obi enya yare bi a. Na diagnostic testing no your be invasive, it means you're non-invasive. Invasive meaning say as a your puncture body na say first you draw blood and I say baby I will enter into the dependent body in the considered invasive. Now the any invasive yeah baby say you show picture say yeah X-ray, MRI, those exams also exams that yeah they should show you won't pedianum, but no you consider non-invasive. Nana idea who here said the diagnostic test no anything. Who here pay ye because you say you really brain so who in tema and I would to me no entem and I said to me Emma unkoye we are into an early detection and treatment very important. Doctor no in tem no treat to us and on our life there's a bit to me expectancy and say who better and I say yare no enku ebe koso into diagnostic test IAD kind of a colonoscopy. In the brain colonoscopy at the cry a exam doctor no use to as a bit me ashe or on colon no changes be air cost or intestine or large intestines to the rectum area honor. And colonoscopy now more flexible tube V. I share or rectum or top. Now you say doctor no a camera one noise with me camera videos to one with me visualize it or colon the air cost in na so common na say dia ko hu polyps ebi wo mu a na we twa na sa polyps na e be test e hu say cancerous and I say enye cancerous into no no de koye biopsy. No matter who say cancer and I say cancer anyone. Okay. And to know that I didn't know you be for investigational purposes. Say baby who say be any panel colon cancer and I be bisa na what doctor no ma to be I say signs and symptoms be or body more. With me catch your doctor no why your colonoscopy be ne abdominal pain. So we am your ya bathroom muja na ya muja wom. What I nipa be I was telling constipation. And I say be our chronic diarrhea we only two all the time. And I say be has to do with intestinal issue biano. All signs we na with me catch your doctor. No why your colonoscopy no the air cost or intestines no any. Into no say Mexican say na procedure na echo. Doctor no the tube no a share auto hona no move no echo stre who colon no na large intestines no na who the air cost na camera ya screen yes way. E hona all share no who near my common na polyp bio ma with me extra if one no test array. Into no a screening mainly for colon cancer. Into no colonoscopy some age being any shares here. Say me can beginning so when you saw that symptoms na my doctor no ayo colonoscopy at a younger age yeah. This when you're 50 years or older and 50 years na your shares here. To we colonoscopy na. Now doctor no share the air personal depending on results no and the best friend saying every 10 years and I said when sooner. Into doctor na share na say o de no come na say well who share there 10 years later and I will repeat the test no. Na say fans o come no who polyps ebi wo ho no ma ebi o be recommended follow up colonoscopy for ebi additional polyps. Into no be more test no obi run more bit you can say afraid ebi kwa na most of the time say one clear year before say o kweye colonoscopy no what visualization na nye na so who polyps I'll be able to say a year to 3 years so back no sign repeated test and say we are obi air person. In the same year I started at the age of 50 years, but it means to me started and 45 at the age of 45 no more I colonoscopy depending on your family history. Into no nipa bang and also started the colonoscopy in an earlier age. Say be our close relative, mama, papa, nua bi, enya colorectal or polyp or colorectal cancer biana. Say nipa no, utimi started colonoscopy no at an earlier age. Or now say be our inflammatory bowel disease bia. Oh yeah, Arabia, France, if back with Crohn's disease, yeah, real intestines no yam. Nipa sa no so no. It means started colonoscopy no earlier than 50 years no. And ultimately, every 10 years now, I could do at the age of 76 to 85 now. Any a personal decision. And I said, oh doctor, no doctor, no better not no more discuss it. Say be continue with screening no be more. Now at the age of 85 there, more recommended say and he said at that age no. Obey colonoscopy beam for screening of colorectal cancer. So let me see count earlier. No? So test no a negative one. We'll be repeating every 10 years. So test no a positive there. We'll be recommended anywhere from 2 to 5 years now. We'll be to me and I said Dr. Walker and I will be in a year's time. That's if the no more residuals. There's not one adrenaline say be clear before the procedure. No one clear enough where they weren't able to visualize enough. With me, I'm more back the following year and I'm more repeating colonoscopy. And you know, I know a very important fact. 2017 there, but see, just 2017, there were 135,500 new cases. America Hankwan. Now, it's any player cancer, cancer. 13,500 no more under the age of 50. That's where the family history comes in. You have to know your family history. Not very important because doctor no one can't on name of history best at the age of 15. And I also know you have to know your body. Maybe I will have any rectal bleeding, constipation, chronic constipation. And yes, that could be team, but we have to team all the time. These are the things that is all bringing it to doctor attention. So they or wait me treat you appropriately. Yeah, you nipa a dubia America Hanuma. A move back under the age of 50 will be diagnosed with colon cancer. And idea who as you're taking it serious, so the baby screening no. That's a baby sa a course to a doctor no everything a home in term na a radia born etimi SC ano enter. Colorectal cancer is the third most common diagnosed cancer among both men and women. Into any idea, a mayare and I say memayare. Man and men na in ye say a shiny. Into never move on. Another test I ever go over no. A friend of PSA, prostate specific antigen. Na PSA no and a memma edia. Na a blood test measure the level of PSA na bema no emugem. Into no PSA is a idea yare and what memano a prostate nim into a level of the PSA in the blood no higher and it depend how doctor no so no a bit to me a treat you but yeah they back question who we say no say a very tricky kakra one number not being high and it doesn't necessarily mean say when your prostate cancer you know so say so and so a PSA number no say elevate here it could mean say any other condition but no important say these tests and another doctor knows a follow up no say be a prostate cancer and I say it's due for an eye person. Okay. Internal PSA so your idea is starting at the age of 50 years. For an average risk, a person 50 years is the age to start it. Now say bia a kama there bit me iron at least every year depending on what your level is. Also at the age of 45, a man at high risk of developing prostate cancer, especially young African American men, who are more first degree relatives. So mommy and I said you be able to a diagnosis of prostate cancer at the earlier age, into younger than age 65. In terms of at age 40, for a man at even higher risk, those with more than one first degree relative, who had prostate cancer at an earlier age, also it's me started almost screening, just like before, you don't have to wait till 50. So any family history at the age of 40, in between I started with the screening. We don't have to memorize it, but just to show say how our doctors go about what to do after you do the PSA test. So if you age between 45 and 49, now PSA level 3 or higher. For doctor if you obey biopsy of your prostate to find out say when your prostate cancer and that's a DNA person. That's a level between 1 and 3. So we want a doctor for another PSA test every 2 to 4 years. That's our number 1 there. That's so who doctor for a test between the age of 51 and 55. Meaning says that all start at the age of 45. We'll be repeating at the age of 51, which is about 6 years. Because the level no ever formed, chances of having prostate cancer and low. The higher your number, the sooner you might have to repeat the test. And 50 to 59 are mostly the same as 40s. So when number near 3, obey biopsy between 1 and 3, obey repeat to test in 2 to 4 years. Now so when number 1 there, now I move on to the 60, which is 10 years from at the age of 50. Age so at 60 to 70 now, basically almost the same thing. But the only difference, say level one, no further screening is recommended. And so when he say obey PSA level AB. The next one I ever move on to a mammogram. Mammogram X-ray a picture of oba enufuno. Yeah, doctors use mammogram and should share early signs of breast cancer. Into regular mammogram the best test for the doctor episode cancer will and not good to check early. Breast cancer also no go because so me breast self exam. And standard breast cancer it take 3 years for you to fill the lump into one year mammogram na and just say because I will train breast self exam na if you be draw na enema akachu. nti saa eno so say na ekono ukojina machine anim ne omodo nufu no atoso na waka estro de no atoso no watwa image no we are no repeat the same thing or other side no so breast cancer no so you starting at the age of 40 and mostly no omo prefer say over start to mammogram exams no doctor bi wo hono mo so a yana mostly no mo per se anka the age of 35 no why bibi a friend of baseline mammogram and no okoye mammogram no mo dia to ho into we do 40 now we ba start we yearly mammogram na or chat or sao image na they have something to compare it to because omunimo baseline onufu no how a sitie into no changes ketua bi ebe mu kwa na eno no beboa ama omahunu entem but so about the age of 35 no one yet sa baseline kwa na encourage that doesn't stop you from starting your mammogram on time at the age of 40 no they say afibia no it take another one they have something to compare it to into no so they hune ha no say or baby wabo 40 no they say afibia no we mammogram and a lower risk of dying of breast cancer by 40%, which means that here besides for breast cancer and besides mammogram so here say or baby so everything I breast self exam because so body no see they sit here how we feeling na bibi because now say unya nkoye o mammogram no para na wetimi draw doctor attention to it. Now breast self exam no so obeya say we are the same time every month. And I say we choose say we are 7 to 10 days after your period. So every 7 days after your period we are and with me so exam no so no exam from your breast no any motuom enyina me pagya won sa o hwe wa hwem ni nana wo hwe umufu no hawa anana ministry ne the way a omotuom ho ni na etie na so wo be feel for lumps no so so we use fingertips no put it together now we use tips no and now they ever feel for lump bia ekoso nti by looking no ujina ahwehwe anim na wa hwe onufu no eni nipples ni na say proportional just say adequate shape no ni bibia na wa sans otimi so sisi no wa hwe shape no say bibia say adequate na otimi so don sa egu ti na wa hwe shape we show nufu just say so everybody na hu how nufu no esiti say we can be abehwe no changes be abemu a ubehu and by touching no so no there are many ways that ubetimi ayeno ebitimi gina shower mu while awudware no enti no feel from so started from the top of your breast now you going into in a circular motion now we feel it around unufu no ehona o feel ya be si unufu nipple no wa hwese bibi ewmu a no wa feel it from unufu no ko wa armpit omotuom ni nanso no na wo feel it na wo hu o hwese bibi ehye lump bi ewum baby a raise your hands no aye na we so utimi the same test no so while we da honom and also the same way no we started with ostrona you feel unufu no in a circular motion eba be si anona no wa feel from unufu no ahona kwakosi umotuom so ahwese ebia lump bi ehye baby na also no so the who chart by race breast cancer incidence in the US upon say to for and just say you was stroke the abrofunachi den intinesi who say ade a enye yare enye yimu yina yenye bi intinesi ye boy ho ban so the ya ye bibisa ekoso na doctors be hu na ometimi treat enten Yi Emma 8 bia ejina ho no mu a emu baako enya breast cancer ewo America koyi a etimi ti enhye no so nyese ese eni achirisa because Emma 8 na se mu baako etimi nya breast cancer dia nyese ehu ya dia area ese nipa bibre enya ntino ese e careful ni hwe ho suyi. Another test we go over no A1C. A1C no a test I use a blood test I use to check for diabetes. Typically type 2 diabetes, and I said pre-diabetic, it check it for. Then I measure the average blood for 3 months period. Into doctor no here, so we use A1C no in combination with other tests was me diagnosed with diabetes, but mainly A1C no. And also idea and here say you're checking. And then maybe also it's me increase and I say decrease the A1C results no. Into say unim or history. Na say so no doctor and share history. Doctor and so who be about because and then maybe one more a bit me I increase and I say be decrease A1C level. A bit it was our kidney failure or liver disease. And I say we are severely anemic. Those things in net me increase and I say be decreasing. And another you say yang before so no levels no it me equal from so we are rabbit sickle cell and na it me ma levels no alter levels no. And certain medications been so I no so it me alter your levels no. And I say be a what lose emoja be brain. And I say amount muja. And I said onyem early pregnancy and late pregnancy no. Those are some of the things that so it me alter A1C level. It's A1C no. A1C level no in ewa hen. Okay. And normal level na of your A1C no should be anywhere between 4 to 6% no. Good. Less than 7 no, is the goal for most people. Say we are 7 no krana. I don't know. Even though we're looking for 4 to 6% no, we are 7 now for most people no. 7 no will be considered okay. So they can kind of check the umojano for the past 3 months. That's what the A1C is looking for. Test for you and the person more a diagnostic testing. It will time won't be bringing health. They are not questions, no doors until I didn't want to make us be brave enough. Yeah, time for enough questions and answers. Until you be jai hanum, that's will be ever and wabi and answer questions we are on the other.
Yo, Mammy, there was a papa at the sound with your man and Ray. I did it for some you. I need to know Sabino. You have a man quite so do us and good salad somewhere there. Or the above your kind, nothing at the same women.
Auntie Vivian, there was super brave.
Hello. Okay.
Obi Kasana. Okay. Now, my same bisa ASA. Nyankopon ebo ye nyina free Adam. Masem bisa yi mienu de di kan ni. Na eden na before ye wo yade bi abrofo enibie. Ti say isa prostate nomne esi yare bi wo ho ti say high blood pressure say before will be papa wa won o ye nurse won mi yare a make kan nyina before ye wo ye de bi abrofo nibie. Na so ye nyina free adam o wetimi ama me emuaye bi de ntie basa. De tosum ye no say breast examination ya working. Na me woman no ya to say a joke there, but only ni say me ma pa na ke betimi a check ma breast no ahu senior ACTF say ya ni susum.
Okay, if I call first one, not first. I say before any baby most of it the area no yana is based on genetics. Baby free by or diet or lifestyle choices. Nina affect it area because area bia area no so go so baby so abrofo na tanya yenya yenso yentai enya entino nina nema baby ho no affect those any pan with the no entino my susceptible to say it's minya sa area bi esan na the tosum you no so no say oba who body no inside out nemum sene bema obetumi so a help there sene wono so mu na ohu bibi o mu a nina but say wono so no not just waiting for your so kunkwa yes once no monthly one you try say you be na bibi koso your body mu ayen so ye hu de koso but I hope my answer
was mommy.
Hello.
Yeah, mommy Pachabra.
But you met me a casa. But best me this a question kakro. About your diabetes no. Pre-diabetes no the same as PCOS nana.
but also pre-diabetic I think
PCO so na cover PCOS ne na say PCOS no. Na symptoms for diabetes no. Minimum question no.
also diabetes no enko and a PCOS no enso
And I'm question back also do one. Colonoscopy no. The same as endoscopy no and I say so moya endoscopy na and the same as the chronomushisha and I say different thing.
Okay. All right. So Yanko with diabetes first, right? PCOS meaning only meaning because PCOS could mean polycystic ovarian syndrome. And now what kind of
Yeah.
okay, so and on idea ovarian diabetes and so a situation near can one seven.
And it's a bit doctor because when you're PCOS or sounds say borderline of pre-diabetes and no what's the symptoms no PCOS symptoms near the same thing as so more diagnosis for pre-diabetes diabetes na.
Okay, so some one man sometimes symptoms not mimic each other until one showing year. Know exactly which one unless say run it further test. PCOS near polycystic ovarian syndrome, and I know it deals with the a hormone disorder. If you're on the same page, there, and only a hormone disorder, and a diabetes also a citra a war mojano immune. But now the second question is there.
Endoscopy and a colonoscopy no.
Okay. Colonoscopy most okay, Sabia, France said, also me a presentation. I'm saying colonoscopy is starting at the age of 50, but almost me a 20-year-old colonoscopy. I didn't see because Sabia, we only pay who call bathroom and moja room, who call friends say, unya diarrhea, unya constipation. Colonoscopy is going through what also. And upper endoscopy and so on, yeah, the shut wenum and yeshe. In advance, to show symptoms, we say rectal bleed, what for hospital. Initially, no, mobile colonoscopy, ashe, say, bibi ewo colon tina emma emojano. Depend on most of the times, depend on the mojans. The mojani are bright red. They go straight to colonoscopy first because that means closer to baby if we toilet in them ebayano. And they go over the colonoscopy first. That's woman who be endoscopy no share a straw ostro. And endoscopy no idea yearly. But so was signs and symptoms here and my upper endoscopy no. But colonoscopy in there at the earlier age, you know, so was signs and symptoms are no more. But at a later age, you know, say at the age of 15 they recommend you do it every year. But
okay. Endoscopy, no, what are the symptoms until I be maka say yeah, sir, when testing?
Okay, so when you're off fit, moja woman, right?
Yeah.
Upper endoscopy now working, right?
Yeah.
Off fit na moja woman. Complain of any gastric and also abdominal complaint, they want to go through your mouth to not near the air possible, sabia or all severe. And you know, sometimes also they can cauterize it. No more freezing, just say, or symptoms not ever perform. What are you saying?
But no, any constipation, no, so mouth symptoms, nah. Because
usually with constipation, there mobile colonoscopy, you know. But with constipation, mobile colonoscopy, you know. But complaining with other GI, your funyarian, your manibisana, with colonoscopy, they will defer to upper, endoscopy.
okay, me that's super.
PCOS no.
Yeah, what to make us?
Me feel say baby a confusion no one ye PCOS no in relation to diabetes no and pre-diabetic way no. PCOS no although ye ovary no a cause a lead to insulin resistance. In the long term no ofa nipa edu a ye ka some PCOS years ago na Fakasiana ended up with diabetes and now pre-diabetic state because of insulin resistance. No, in the na itwana sum the obisa question be itwana sum how our PCOS and diabetes are related. And this is how they are related. Say a syndrome na what end no diabetes, hypertension, and a high cholesterol. In addition to the ovaries, no. Sa syndrome na what S no. Me tremor I think says na metimi a link to no to obia yebeka say o PCOS no yebeka says so ya hwe yi if you say one hwe ya na diabetes knock on your door. Me that's
okay. I no cry because they're not meant to me besides our question no. I have diagnosed with the insulin resistance no. And they come with maybe say I'm a pre-diabetic kana. And almost say a PCOS. And now doctor in clear mommy papa. And tina mommy bisa question is and it's your man me beshia na akofa one symptoms aba na say it me ma different symptoms. And tina mommy bisa and madam.
Yo, Edamasi. Mama, me say quick question I say. Also, okasa ina no ka baby okasa wo say. And into yen hwe yi so the be pa wo cho. Stand is the way be say no. Se be say unye hu sa symptoms here. Pa wo cho wo people bet my command na fi wo dey abo ho ba ansa na bia do the higher one. If I say be a baby say be a hospital na baby sano. People who are there waiting actually I bet you prevent one sana and do the next stage where beside now.
But your symptoms were sana organ.
To say obey a bocos colonoscopy, no. So we say be a budget be few toilet man I say be one and son we be do no people who I say we yeah and so be a 40 at the age of 45 no then a bit my recommend I say be a be free you won't see the young worse our problem at this Bibi I say you bit my recommend say be na and then be
Okay, with France say who if moja toilet no. I don't know any indicator of colon cancer. So we who to know if you are colorectal cancer be an abibisa. There be never be or no cause to emoja na you your toilet mono. So your chronic constipation. I don't know. Sometimes quite once I hard to so be bit me a pass the stool into no. A bit me amao when ya I say emoja etimi aba. And as our constipation now, so it's me ever also it's me also hemorrhoids. Into so hemorrhoids and so now called toilet. The moja it's me ba. Into that doesn't mean that when you're cancer no. Into sebi I feel say oh dear no. One time I we mo team the moja ba idea. I don't know. When didn't run near bit to me ama o toilet no mo I am re. But sebi I walk toilet moja wom. No one sa could be moja wom be bredia. I don't know a good say over draw doctor and attention no my eye or colonoscopy even though we age of 15. But the wound the air course emojana air or toilet no so there. So if you say constipation, they are which made DE when so soft na bibi a bit me ama o toilet no my eye loose so the bear to me unko emojan unhumojan but so unhumojan constant there. Yes, I are there and as the wound so hemorrhoids and so there. When you say hemorrhoids, no, it goes with emojanity, no, and you have to know those things.
Until me fa kakran kan ya wo kan ho. I try joining. Me say not some time ago, Auntie Cynthia yeah program or constipation ho e Queens, they be a mobeka ya. Once I know or cancer instances sebia mo pobia wo koja wo nan ya. Wo wi a nya tobo ase na dan ni na hwe wo toilet no. The shape, the color. So if you was a fully formed, that's a fuller, a normal. There's a be a fian to say as a pencil shape. Now as a color now you who gray, white to be no. And no, which is also what I hear. So changes about with toilet I will come more. You both changes about. Now who's a change not to us so simple moja nim crampona, what to make catch your doctor say na same who say the toilet to cry no Nina Sessa, shape no the same to send it before. Sorting and tinning I can't some of the things and I'm so beneath the wubus as a never been able to me hono. Into your did you monosena or cano. More fruits, more vegetables, about me to me a giant night easily. No. But definitely won't share the structure of your toilet the characteristics of it as a son. So when you send your toilet to sit here as a sample uber. So no you one way.
Yo, medal say, Mammy Pache, me uncle process. So now I'm a question. Sir, and then process and so prostate right now. And so BP or Homa and son Obiniano, who some kind of symptoms to be a which identifies me, Yaliana, as people I would be one.
Okay, mainly with prostate, you know. There a bit more who ye so John so stream no how I see eba and a flow nice and I said old dribble like a so. I don't know, but and also no indication just and also I will no any indication for prostate cancer because obi between enlarged prostate na unya any cancerous into no ni na say who be bisa you inform your doctor so that ya between I follow up test. You know, that's one sign na obetumi ediam prostate na ekese na bibi koso na say bibi enkoso na ojon so a unya full stream instead of ojon so a flow no as a back akra na ejai untumi bibi sa.
Okay,
that's one sign.
Yo, if I'm sure Edin cancer no. Den na want to say the say I to say kokram. Yare bia. Yen nima baby a free buyer and I ain't mean so no be a near friend cancer. Sanity and I say I to say it be a generic bibia any dino. Your friend of cancer. If you say ebia obinya kokram bi ewo ne yefumu on friend bibi cancer. So binya bibi wo na hremu ahra cancer. Na mpacho sa edin cancer no. Then na won the bibia want me ehunu ne yare suo no eto sa this idea no to so. Machem bisa no adi anase entiasio.
Right. They may carry effort and no say cancer, any growth anywhere, no abnormal growth biano. They call it cancer, not a part na a one a gene aka. But growth doesn't mean so say a cancerous, it could be benign. So almost all of that biopsy in a bit proves say a cancer and I say any cancer.
Yo, me da wase bebre.
Okay, Mama Joyce quite impact. Me also unsa was ro. Minim so person bisa simple fra.
Me pacha ya no, but the bisa ya na, but met me a fine woman na met me bisa question bi on met me pacha.
Okay. Yeah.
Me pacha me concern ni enyina so it's still large na colonoscopy and endoscopy no. Constant constipation no could be said you're gonna need a colonoscopy now say what should be done if you are
The constant colonoscopy, constant constipation. Yeah, and no omobeye colonoscopy no go say a problem no a lower. No colonoscopy no rather than endoscopy, upper endoscopy no. Person should be there so colon there so there. So constipation, they will go straight to colonoscopy first.
okay, thank you.
You I say Miss Annie say yen ma yen yin nu funa yen trantra sa no yen no so no yen koye e mammogram bi ha pese mi hu
Aye.
hey what transa bi tesa o sa ye bi o abire be na say o ja mammogram ne ye pese mi hu
Mammogram and they at the age, I believe, the 75. But 70, no, you can discuss with your doctor because when you're all these negatives throughout, so when you're 70, no, no doctor bit me I discuss it, say be a ubejai a year na, but
Well. Oh, I feel so.
when I'm a baby and I dash over me.
Yeah. Hey.
Oh, so our question before there.
Mammogram.
Just will be person or casa.
Because age number recommended to stop a colonoscopy near 75. I make us a 70, you know, and I know which me no doctor and I discuss here, but usually not almost 75 and a ujai colonoscopy.
My last question.
Yo, Mama Fabra.
But your A1C, A1C no, a level banner udra. I just say borderline.
Anywhere from, okay, so almost normal, no, up to 6 now, up to independent ones, so up to 7, no. It's anywhere from 7, no air no, you'll be considered borderline.
Okay. Thank you.
Me pacho mitimi kasa akra.
Pacha to make Casanane.
Me deep mesua na mpesa me de ka o mame. As part of New York City preventive measures concerning site diagnostic testing, say ebu ha ope akoye sa test ya na wo dwendwene ho. Enti o maye ne se wo ba yes test na, depending on your insurance no, you tua woka. More Medicaid, ne other government insurance no. Incentives are by na ye. In the say who test na bisa doctor. Say a kwan beso and as a kwan beso being sikan. O doctor no bet me aboa wama abanya tua kase be ya a boost to interest and other people. Be ya sa test no. I feel so test ni be na bi mo ha mo yam show mo results ne my and as the doctor na kra wa busy to ntime frɛ and can results nature. Ubetimi akasa create my chat. Now once wash your results in my anxiety no eba form. And I feel you remember brain as part of preventive measures no. Omu kwan bi ya to say with me fresh and no koye mammogram and say no koye colonoscopy. Or see a tuauka. The Sunday my ring I am say when I need to say a boy.
Yeah, that's. Inti everyone seen just ubisa you know, and that's so you know what I'm saying. Anywhere from 7 to 9, hono, you be considered like borderline. Pacha, what you saying?
Pacha, Matiasia, and that's it. I'm sure.
Pacha, Sister Susie, the Okasa Yebusano. Yebusi ya juma yefu na say doctor na Yebusano. Sister Susie, Pacha.
Doctor na Yebusano the kwan a aban no betu ayeka. If test na ye take no kwan aban no betu ayeka.
Okay.
And adwuma mre nso Yebusa say day off na ye frɛ ko ye test no. Was see a ayeka na say nikwase ye ayeka. Nti ehu sa na wo frɛ of akwesa test na. Wonni you know question be about it when you just will take you off akwesa test na me asen tuauka asaka ho.
Oba consult human resources and asibia o manager on ni adwuma na obi sana na ene na person.
Me pasha either human resources and as supervisor and as manager whoever be na would do when you work adwuma no betime bisa.
Yo me do ase.
Auntie Vivian da wase bebre basem bisa bi betwa to say sa diabetes no any high blood pressure now minim say obi a and yema na yema or Dr. Maninura it was side effect bebre na ma eno na me ya na yeme yes say it before isa homeotherapy no to say won ye nro hanro num ni ade no ye ni bi wo America ha ebia won so betumi ama ye nro chance gi se wako doctor na one mount sa nro metformin num ni ade a won say onum metformin no esan was side effect e be san ma drona eno so ade side effect number form number akofo obewie do na wo nro be enwo twi ana nkro anopa bia wo fa etika abibidro bie ni ho a ebia munnim anase mbetumi amaye ni a yempesi enunum nro bebre no yehu de tosu bio eyese sa diabetes ne ade no se ebia me maame ana me nana bi na ne obia eye chinchin se me menya bi anase se me papa ni bi ndie enye me akwan bi aso menya bi da
Okay.
Bacho, Masabisa.
Sɛ uma me ana wapa bi ɛwɔ diabetes na ɛno no nyɛ kyinkyin sɛ tietie biara no ɛyɛ definite sɛ wobɛnya bi na mmom ɛma wo chances no ɛkɔ soro wo chances na wobɛnya diabetes nti fan sɛ yɛyi nipa mmienu asi hɔ obi ne family history obi anya bi da ɛna wo nso no bi a wo maame anya bi a wo mmienu no wo a wo abusua wo family history no wo chances a wode bɛnya no sɛ chances sɛ wobɛnya bi no wo deɛ no ɛwɔ soro ɛna bibia mum de metimi aka ne sɛ wadwane a wodie no ebetimi ayɛ waduro especially when it comes to diabetes no because diabetes said the wodi komu no ɛna ɛkɔdane sugar no ama akɔfa weni na aba nti no most doctors no kora no so A1C near elevated you don't go straight to medication doctor bi wɔ hɔ no ma ɔma wo saa 3 months na sɛ kofie na kɔhwe wadurane yie na 3 months time no yɛn repeat it Minyangu doctor who koye first A1C now based on that one A1C result no. Obe start to metformin and obe start to on medication. Obe to me am our chance na mo akufie. No ko didi ye. No be repeat in 3 months time. Inti be a repeat no momo no. So when to me anyo one for aduane anyo ho aduro na aba back there. Say ni ono so no say ono so eye de so inti na so ma aduro na okọ aduro no. Minim se mu da ho ma.
Oh, me do asibebre. Masabisa nasa.
Hello.
Yes. Professor George.
Yeah.
Me pacho metformin na that can want some say ya no.
Yeah.
Te bia ya ma obi. Na me se na wo kanu. Me koya na doctor no. Or share ya no di adro no sisama me se me nkofa metformin. And I feel me taking a name, woman. And I'm a giant to me from say, I said, I'm not agreeing to the medication. And I mean giant. But me, I wasn't me a beer. May I exercise? I walk, me journey crampo, me shade, me dear Johnny beer way. But I'm still gaining weight. In this case, you know, what is my option?
Okay, and you know, say situation, it could be any other, like say, or family history of
No, me catch a mama cry on one person betty cry or see be as any or be any bisa.
Yeah, not because mainly, with diabetes, there's a lot of things that contribute to it. Family history being one of them. Diet, exercise, and you know, so only family history, or you staying on a good diet and you exercise and that, and it could be something else that is causing it, you know. Some of my doctor who maybe they could run further testing, but say if you're doing all you can as a still echo from their nurse and
because I don't remember I said not I was going down my weight because but then sometimes because I was not me did okay na miss I fedro no count. And then I saw improvement from my weight being going up and then dropping my weight. And you know me so back na.
I don't know. That's one side effect of it. I lose weight, metformin itself, but also think to me with diet, no exercise, no there. But send me with that combination, they work there. No doctor, no actually not continue with a drone.
All right.
Yeah. I'm for me the same problem. It is now, Madam for do no checks. And I'll pay Mindy Quedi back. I'm so quite easy. Yeah, so my midi answer and I know some member. Now me try a work pa. And Tibia Joyce, where Driano dear Madam Retrain and new Queduni Sabia was a woody and can of panel, it be acid and how dear, only problem or there. It be a match or say, Yanessa. Now she best in the 2 restart will be different. Me had the same problem, but Yanko Pradom. and Bianana Medina, Mija do no, but in Bianana Boame, and Ibia Yonkodosan, what the best of him.
Thank you, Miras.
Miss Summer Sabin's question be anywhere. Minimal so be a question, remember the point just some, and yes, idea.
But it's maybe I'm coming big to
Okay, and Sister Cynthia Pacho.
Maybe a quick one. Sister now all go back and forth with sugar no. Bet me send your sister Vivian can bet me about if so many sources. Think a bit me uncle endocrinologist because a problem of the endocrine. Now omonya wake up. Now a bit me every other source. A bit me cry say be or thyroid problems. It's no more the uncle on the doctor then can be on refer.
Yeah, me but I wanna me way on no mommy a drone. I wanna me call and see.
Endocrine doctor no honako.
But I don't know, mommy said drone now, or mommy said me taking my form and no. And me catch and send to me be on our sending fees.
Oh, okay. Because when you'll be home, you know what they might do is find other ways, say beyond other medication and some better other regimens.
Mama, maybe a lab, no, me last lab, and then no, say we be okay. And from that time, me call now, that time, and me waiting our job, no. And from that time, to the next, me lab work, no, you be who what is. I be as a sanso elevator and I said, Bibisa, and I'm been going to endocrinology, you know.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
A rare case, they have to follow you a lot. No matter exactly what's going on. Now, my last time once so when I made them quite check a jar day beside say, I didn't know I read you or why. I said a year before chain abroad for. Or more, I can say, yeah, before no. Se bibi course where you read you my entire air report so they bring pony insurance only insurance or they call hospital or brony bibi and a kit where be at no call no doctor not doctor human man not was started treating no into me don't pen so be but maybe before you better now could say I ran a bedi mujam I be come ya sana into no you bedu hospital no na ya rewu into I say your cases no it's me also. Send your sister I can't say a bit my race, ethnic we say I am so I'm okay be cry said which say African Americans, you know, during slave trade, you know. Yeah, these slaves neighbor. Now for survival mode, you know, not yet almost in Sony be in chin so no, see in Sony be more no. In Sio a follow sodium into in chinning woman, not a moment so more. Into ya necessary to survive them to get here. Into Emma or more ridiano. I'm a fan say or more adopt a hypertension, you know, because Tebiano in Chin system to Tebiano moon. So I don't know how are true, but the just and also come on African Americans, you know, and so diabetes and hypertension anymore, no, because of how they survive them, they used to survive them to get here. Ain't you know the debate you have for say yeah rare. Mama yearly physicals. Yeah raise so mama report to nti mama ye ntena ho ko ti say ya re ne bedo kro ya nsa na ya kwa ko pe echire asemaka. Ti kakra me de be bo anu ndan was.
Cynthia Yamisha. Jennifer Mosina the moon ask. Me sure Sophia a question. Anybody. I'm a Grace what question and I won't and to about Bumbo answer I am
Oh, me then
okay, that was it. The Bushafurness Auntie Vivian Yamisha pa the same where the number so the Amaya and Yumbre, and that was it. Bushafuna do for mobile life in Yamin in Sham be pre Sabino, a best sister, Mammy Frisch, a J. Some were born pine of which offense Amaya. Nafi did you midway out way. They are 8 o'clock, so there. And Mammy Fish and Patch up one pine fish like somebody.